Today I thought I would design something for David Dobrik. I really enjoy his vlogs and stuff like that. So I decided to go with him for this episode. If you're watching this, David Dobrik, you are more than welcome to use any of these designs. Most likely he will not see this video, just saying. Anyway, I wanted to go for a 90s look in this tutorial. So I actually did go on Google and typed in 90s shirt designs just to see like what the overall vibe was. And then I also looked at some images of David Dobrik that I wanted to use and looked at his website on Fanjoy just to see if I can kind of, find some inspiration. So, there was some stuff right here that really caught my attention, like clickbait. That's kind of cool. What does this one say? David's vlog. Again, more clickbait stuff. It seems like he really has a lot of stuff that says clickbait and David's vlogs or David's vlog. So we're going to probably do something like that. David's disposable. That one's kind of cool. I love the style of this one. Anyway, his merch is really simple, so there's really not much to it. So I feel like we could probably come up with something simple. Seems like he goes for simple. So anyway, what I want to do first is actually go grab this photo of him. So I'm just actually on Google again, and I'm just right-clicking, copying the image, and pasting it into Photoshop. So fun little fact, you can paste images into Photoshop directly off Google. So now I'm just pasting that in place, like I said. And I actually do want to go with a darker garment for this one. So I'm going to take this and just add a color overlay to it and just make it more of an off black color, just like this. So now we have the BG, the background image. I can name that background. And then we have David Dobrik. And I'm not using a mouse, so it's a little hard for me to do this right now, but I'm just gonna select the area and it's going to automatically select the subject. What I wanna do is actually select and mask because we can fine tune things easier this way. And then I wanna go to refine edge. And what this is going to do is it's gonna allow me to actually get the details that I didn't select, like his hair and stuff like that. So if I select around his hair, it's gonna help me just get the details of that hair cut out better. I'm probably not making sense at all. But anyway, it just allows you to fine tune your selection. That's the easiest way to put it. For some reason, that selection didn't want his finger. Anyway, we just want to quickly do it. It doesn't have to be perfect because we are going to make this, like I said, a 90s look. So I feel like it's okay if there's like some small imperfections. I'm going to hit okay now. And now I'm going to cut him out. And I did miss some of his hair, but I don't feel like it needs to be there. So bam. And I can erase what I don't want on here. So I'm gonna go to my eraser tool. There's some hair that's kind of randomly there. So that is the final. We are gonna make this black and white in a second, so I'm not really too worried about it. But for now, we're gonna create a duplicate copy. So I'm just doing Command J on my keyboard to create that duplicate copy. And we can name this David, just so I know where everything is, like you don't have to do this, by the way. I'm just kind of making it, I'm being very extra right now. Let's just put it that way. But now we have David right there. Looking pretty good, and I definitely want to add like clickbait on the side or something like that of him. So what I want to do is I think I'm going to make a box behind him, something like this. So what I'm doing is just dragging out a rectangle, and I want to make some space on the right hand side because that's where I'm going to put clickbait, I think. And I don't even know if this is going to be like the exact thing that I want or whatever, but I'm just kind of going with it and seeing what happens. And then from here we can change the color. Let me see. Do I want that color? No, I don't. What color do I want? Let's pop up some other 90s shirts and see what colors they're using here. So I'm taking my eyedropper tool and just copying some of those colors over just so I know exactly what they are. Pretty simple, right? I mean, I'm sure they're a lot brighter in real life, but obviously this mock-up is going to dim the colors down a little bit, I guess you can say. There's that bright poppy blue. These look pretty cool, actually. I dig the colors a lot. So we're going to stick with these and maybe grab some of that. What am I talking about? We're going to grab some of that teal color as well. And then I do want to add some saturation back into these because I do feel like they're a little dull. So we're just going to make them more poppy, just like that. So now I have my color palette and we're kind of ready to get going here. So David Dobrik can stay right here for now. But what I want to do is actually go to this rectangle and we're going to make it something super poppy. So maybe like this orange color, since his colors are orange typically. So we technically could have used the background that he already had, but I like doing things the hard way. So anyway, I'm going to this rectangle that I added a color overlay on. I'm rasterizing that layer style. So he's added back. And already this is looking kind of cool. What I think would kind of look cool behind him would be these like lines or something. So I'm going to have one that is thicker up here maybe. And then, just add some random colors in there. Just make it super sporadic. So you add one right here maybe. Maybe this one could be super thin. That's not what I wanted to do. I need to take this chain off up here. What that's doing is it's locking the height and the width. I want that off. See, and I can add one like right there, add one right here. And now it's kind of random, right? It's looking super, super random. I love it. One thing I think would look super cool is just having some shapes overlapping too. You know, like maybe one in this corner, something like this could be that color. And then this bottom one could be a different color. Let's add a color overlay to that one. Maybe make it that teal color. And let's type out clickbait, but we don't want it. I don't know why I'm talking that way. We don't want it to be this font, but let's just type it out anyway. Click bait, just like that. And then what I want to do is actually hit this little T icon on the top left here, and that's going to change it to vertical type. I did download this font called Kid Pixies, so let's see what that one looks like real quick. I'm going to go to all the fonts that I've downloaded and just see what they look like. That one's super ugly. It's almost too ugly. Like ugly can be a good thing, right? But that one's just, wow. Groats. Let me see if I have this one on here. Okay. I don't know what happened to it, but let's just type it out and see what happens. Anyway. I have another one called Ride Slow. Let's see if that one installed correctly. And I'm using my Smart Guides, by the way. If you don't know where Smart Guides is, you could just go up to View and then make sure you go to Show, and then just turn on Smart Guides right here. So if you don't see these Smart Guides happening, these like faint pink purplish lines, then that means that you don't have them enabled. Wow, I cannot talk. So just make sure you turn those on. The next thing I do want to do is I want to resize certain characters and make them more sporadic. So I don't know why I typed out Ride Slow either, by the way. We're selecting each character individually, and then I'm cutting them out and then pasting them back in place. Shift Command V to do that, and just making them, smaller, bigger, just making it super sporadic. I think this is a much better way of doing it. I can resize things later on too, just to kind of fine tune it. But I think right now this is looking pretty good. So I'm just going to keep going with this flow that we have going on. And then we have the last two characters now. So we're almost there, guys. Something like that. So it says click bait, and it's super random. We have like the solid colors. Now I think the C might be a little too cray. So I'm going to go back to it real quick and edit that one. I just feel like it's too slanted. I don't want it to get completely lost or anything. I really like that. And then maybe on the bottom here, we can add David Dobrik's name in cursive or something. So I'm going to capitalize his first initial and last name. I have a font that I found that might look cool for his actual initials. Extreme 2, David Dobrik. Maybe in this like cursive font at the bottom. Why not? And then maybe this can be a different color. I guess it could be in that pink color, but maybe add another one below that and change the color of it. It might not look good. I don't know yet. So maybe we'll add like that teal color or that orange color. Yeah, that orange color looks really cool. I think he could be desaturated. Yeah, this is looking sick. And then I want to change my foreground color to black. Make sure the background's white, and I'm going to go to filter, and we're going to add some sort of halftone effect. There you go, Charlie. You got it. We're going to add a halftone effect. Sometimes it really pays off to experiment. I don't know why his brightness is so intense. And let's take these highlights down. I'm going to go to levels and just mess with the levels of this image. You see what I'm doing here, guys? I'm just experimenting. What I might want to do is duplicate him once, the first layer once, send that to the back, and then let's change the color of this one. Move that to the right, or actually maybe move that to the left, and let's try adding like a pink color. That pink color. Ooh, this looks so sick. This definitely has like a 90s vibe, I think. It looks very retro, which is what I was going for. And I think we can hide that color palette now. We don't really need that. I think I want to group all these together real quick. Are they all grouped? No, I'm missing some. Where the hell are they? Now clickbait's in its own group. And what I want to do is make one a different color. So we're doing the same exact thing we did for David Dobrik. We're going to make them their own color. So I'm going to go to color overlay, and we're going to add it like maybe in this orange. Something like that. I don't really like bait being the way it is. Yeah, I think I like it just normal, actually. So I think I'm gonna add one more color to this, but this time make it the background color. Or sorry, a different color. And send that behind the orange color. It's all right. It's all right. I'm gonna hide these real quick. What I wanna do is probably add like some sort of gradient instead, but with those same colors. So I'm gonna select the colors now off of this design, just like this. We're gonna select all those same colors. Although the purple didn't look bad. I'm not gonna lie, that looked kind of cool, but I wanna have these same colors on this text. I don't know, I think it looks kind of cool. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. This definitely has a look to it. I don't dislike it. It's definitely got that old school look. I think David Dobrik's name can be adjusted a little bit. The kerning's a little off, but hey, you know what? It's not supposed to be perfect. And do I have like a cool texture brush? I feel like it needs some texture around the actual rim of this. So let's go ahead and try to find some sort of texture brush and see if this works. Maybe these dry media brushes will look cool. Who knows? We'll try it out. So I'm just increasing the size. These are all brushes that I believe come with Photoshop, so you don't have to go digging for these or anything like that. Again, I'm just trying to make it look kind of grungy. I'm gonna go to this website called Lost and Taken. This is a great website to find grunge and stuff like that. So I always use it for everything. And what I wanna do is find some sort of texture that I think can complement the design. Maybe cardboard, maybe. Some grungy cardboard. Let's try this one out. Should be pretty high quality, yes it is. We can desaturate this. And then I wanna go to screen, I think. And we wanna force that inside of the design, right? So now we have this look going, but what I wanna do to adjust it a little bit more is I wanna go to, camera raw filter. What I wanna do is actually darken the darks and lighten the lights, if that makes sense. So we're lowering those blacks. We're really bringing out those whites. Go ahead and mock this up now and call it done. So I have this mock-up that I've had for like literally ever. I mean, literally from 10 years ago. It's been that long. And then I'm just gonna paste this design on it now and just kind of position it where I want it. Just to see what it looks like. I kind of had this vision to make it a full frontal design too. Something like that. And then we can send this to where the art's supposed to be. This looks super cool, man. I think that his fans would wear it, personally. That is it for this episode of T-Shirt Design, episode 5. Now, I uploaded episode 5 before I uploaded episode 4 because I'm waiting on a sponsorship to approve that video. Really annoying how sponsorships can work sometimes. Don't get me wrong, they keep they keep my bills paid and all that stuff, but it gets annoying when you have to wait for people to approve a video. So instead of waiting, I decided to upload episode 4 so you guys can get another t-shirt design instead of waiting. So hope you guys appreciate that. But that is it for this one. Subscribe. Hit that thumbs up button, turn on notifications. My name is CharleyPangus. You guys have a great day. Keep creating, keep being awesome. Peace.